Shalom, Yeshabala. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruchah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to those La'akim that's preach the word in all truth and sincerity. I'm known to Israelite foreign brothers that like the heathens, but the line of outside goes back to the nation of Israel, which nation of Israel are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the prophecies and curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter and throughout the Bible. So this is Brother Yakal, a bomb for the branch of Great Millstone LA camp, back with the video. And today's video will be entitled, The Greater Thou Art, the More Humble Thyself. I was going to go on some precepts and Lord willing, you brothers and you sisters out there be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, And I'm going to start off with the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha, chapter 3 and verse 18. And it reads, The greater thou art, the more humble thyself. That's right, because the greater that we become in this faith, the more and more knowledge, wisdom, understanding that the Lord increases in, the more and more we got to humble ourselves, man. Because we understand, knowledge puff it up. Because remember, we have the highest knowledge on earth. Knowing the prophecies, knowing the future events that's going to unfold on the earth. So by us knowing these things, we got to make sure, we humble ourselves. Have a lowliness of mind and not to, think ourselves higher than what we ought to think of ourselves. As the scriptures say, it says, and thou shalt find favor before Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. And right, because, we want that favor from the Lord, man. Because once the Lord favors you, that means that he takes a liking towards you. And that means, he's pleased by your works, and if the Lord favors you into the end, that means that you are one of his chosen. So we want to, we want to have that good name amongst the Lord. You see, it says, verse 19, many are in high place and are renowned. You got many people that's of this world, the Bible scholars, these preachers, from the Joel Osteens, T.D. Jakes, so on and so forth. All these Bible scholars, they are of high and renown. But it says, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. Yeah, the mysteries are the prophecies. So the prophecies are revealed unto the meek, which meek means humble. Because remember, the Lord said, out of the mouth of babes, mouth. Because the Lord deals with the underdogs, babes. Let's see. Yep. This is Psalms 8 and 2. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings has thou ordained strength because of thy enemies, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger. So yeah, Yahweh Shai called this in Matthew 21 and 16. It says, and said to them, hearest thou what these say? And Yahweh Shai said unto them, yea, have ye never read? Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings thou hast perfected praise. Right. So, babe babe is insignificant, so the Lord uses the lowly, the meek, which are the meek, the ones that people despise and hate, that look at them as a low, inferior people, which us Israelites, that's who the Lord chose to bring this word out, you know, which is the elect of Israel, you know. So that's how you know the Lord deals with the underdogs, man. You see, he hidden his truth, you know, from the wise and prudent of this world, you know, as the scriptures say, you know. And let's go back to Sirach 3 and Sirach 3 and verse 20. It says, "For the power of Yahweh Shai is great, and he is honored of the lowly," right? So Yahweh Shai is honored of the lowly, you know, because if you're high and renowned this world, man, you know, you're gonna honor yourself. You're gonna seek your own glory, you know. But for the poor, you know, which represents the prophets in this truth, the ones that get their daily bread while teaching the gospel, you know, they're gonna honor Yahweh by Shemel Shai, man. You know, they're not gonna honor their own self because they understand that all the glorification and honor and praise goes to the Lord. Because they're just, you know, the lowly, they will acknowledge that they're just vessels that the Lord uses, you know. So, but the high and renowned in this world, they don't have that mindset of the lowly, you know, of the elect that's in the faith, you know. And like I was saying earlier, 1 Corinthians 8:1, it says, "Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth." Yeah, so, you know, like I was saying earlier, you know, this knowledge that we have, it can puff us up. You know, we can get a inflated ego, but, you know, we gotta, rebuke that, man, because that's a pride demon. You know, and the apostles over the years, you know, brought out many examples or told us many men that was in the truth that they had all this knowledge and, you know, was great teachers and, you know, they were eloquent in teaching and words and putting the words together to teach the word and knew all about the history, knew how to speak Hebrew, but you know, with all that knowledge, they became proud, you know. So we can't be like that, man. You know, we gotta always remember our humble beginnings and to acknowledge, hey, we're in this truth because through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shai, it's not of ourselves. You know, we didn't make ourselves grow in this truth. The Lord did that. You know, the Lord is the one that gave the increase. You see. So we go to Romans 12:3. And it reads, "For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think." Yeah, so we can't think of ourselves highly than we ought to think. You know, we gotta, as it says, but to think soberly, according to as Yahweh have dealt to every man the measure of faith. Yeah, so, you know, we gotta be soberly, man. You know, we gotta be humble. You know, soberly, being single-eyed, you know, and being humble, you know, because at the end of the day, the Lord gave every man his measure of faith. Brothers are on different levels. Some, you know, like Apostle Tar would say often, there's levels to this thing, you know, but if the Lord has chosen you to be a brother that's in a high position, that don't mean you're supposed to puff at other bros and, you know, look down on other bros. Nah, you know, because in fact, having a high position in faith, it comes with a lot of responsibility and comes with more responsibilities. You know, it comes with more pride. It comes with more demons try to plague your mind, man. You know, more pride demons. Oh, I'm over this brother. You know them demonic thoughts, you know, you get, you know. So, you know, remember the more Yahweh Shai said, the more is damn what he this lost the track of my thought. Um, roughly paraphrasing, the more uh, the more you the more what's given unto you, the more much is required, something like that. So the more and more the Lord blesses you with this knowledge, the more requirements has to be made. I can't think of that scripture right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, man. It says something like that though. You know, but let's see. I'm trying to find that, man. I don't wanna. Let's see. I know Yahweh said that. Um. Yep. Here you go. Luke 12:48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given him, of him shall be much required. There it go. Yeah. So the more and more the Lord gives, the more and more the Lord increases you in wisdom, and you have a top position in the faith, the more is going to be required of you, and that but those high positions, heads of camps and stuff like that. It comes with balance. It comes with demons too. Getting them demonic thoughts. Come on. So hey, the Lord always tries us. You know. It says, and to whom men have, and I'm not saying, discourage and not occupy him if you be put in that position, not to be discouraged to have that position, but just saying that, um, the Lord deals with balance. So if the Lord has you be promoted into a high ranking position in a camp or something, and it comes with balance, it comes with, more demons, to try to, plague your mind and stuff, man. More prideful demons, so it can happen. It says, and to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask some more. Right. So, the point I wanted to get was, for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. So that's true, man. So always gotta be humble, and hey, whatever the Lord gives us, we gotta excel in it. We gotta make the best of it. You see, and Luke 14. Verse 11 says, for whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humble himself shall be exalted. So, yeah, that's another thing. You don't want to exalt yourself amongst the Akim, in this truth, Oh, I did this, I did that. Like, nah, because this truth is not about us. Of course, we bring out certain testimonies on how the Lord, sometimes, depending on how the Spirit is, um, sometimes you can bring testimonies on how the Lord, brought you in the faith and how much he increased you. There's nothing wrong with that, just, glorifying the Lord in that aspect. But as far as like, you constantly glorifying yourself individually, for vainglory, that's a problem, because you don't want to make this truth about you, because it's not about us. It's about Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. But, we got to humble ourselves. He that humble himself shall be exalted. So we got to have a lowliness of mind in his faith. We just, at the end of the day, man, I'm just a brother that's trying to make it, man. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, teaching the word, and I believe, and at the end of the day, the Lord, the Lord finds fit, then he will exalt me, which we're not in truth for that reason, but that does come with being in the truth and worshiping the Lord. The Lord will worship those that are lowly. I mean, it's like the Lord will exalt those that are lowly. It's like, that's what I meant to say. James 4:7 speaks about that. James 4:6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he said, Yahweh resisted the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Yeah, so, the Lord giveth grace unto the humble, The Lord ain't dealing with the prideful Israelites, you know. Peter also said, he shall lift you up. Let's see. Yep, James 4:10. It says, humble yourselves in the sight of Yahweh Shai, and he shall lift you up. Right, so, that's one of the, benefits in serving the Lord, Like I said, we're not looking to be that top guy in Israel, but if the Lord, if it's the Lord will, he will exalt you. It's not for vainglory, but that just comes with being in the faith. The Lord does that with his men. For those that took the low seat, the Lord does that, you see. But we're not in the truth to exalt our own name, and, we're not in the truth because of that. We're in the truth to praise and exalt the names of Yahweh Shai and do the works. But if the Lord find fits, he will exalt you, So, the Lord can do whatever he want, so. So yeah, I had some more precepts, but I don't want to beat the dead horse. I pretty much made the point. I don't want to make the lesson too long, but Lord willing, the point was made, and hey, just gotta keep continue to be humble, Akim, and just teach the word, man. So Lord willing, I was edified, and till next time, Shalom.